Good morning. Welcome back to Get By in French. My name is Sue Cook. Je suis Sue, and I've designed the courses on this website, Get By in French, to help you on your learning French journey, whether you're a beginner or if you wanted to continue at a more intermediate advanced level because you've already studied the language before. So I've done a little design of how the course is laid out for you. For those of you who like to know officially what level you're at, as in a grade, like when you used to take exams at school, for example, they give you a grade at the end. There's something called the CEFR, which is the Common European Framework of Languages, and it grades the level you're at with A, B and C. There are divisions within those levels, but just to keep it simple, A is a basic user, so whether you're a beginner or you're improving your language, that's where you would sit within this if you wanted to look online at the CEFR. If you're an independent user, level B, then you're intermediate level, so it could be lower or upper intermediate. So that's where you can use the language independently in a variety of situations. And then moving on to the top level is C, which is where you're a proficient user and you're in an advanced level, so you understand, you can say and understand virtually everything. Lucky you. This can be an ongoing journey, however, because if you were a proficient user, you may not have used the language for a while, you may not have travelled to a French-speaking country, so it's always useful to revisit and just revisit some of the grammar or vocabulary you may have forgotten. So, how do I design my course? Well, at this level, beginners and improvers, I focus on topic-based dialogues. So topic-based, what do I mean by that? So imagine you're going on a journey, on a holiday. The topic, you're going to need food and drink, so cafes, restaurants, shopping. And another topic might be directions, so you need to organise your travel and find your way around the town, the village, wherever you are. So that's just an indication of the kind of topics which are within this section of beginners and improvers, topic-based dialogues. Moving on to this level, the middle level, which is where you're an independent user, it's quite similar, intermediate and advanced, because people judge themselves differently, don't they, and think, oh, I can get by, I can order what I want and understand what I need to understand, so I'm fine. So however you feel comfortable. But with intermediate and advanced level, the learning journey or the exercises, or whatever you want to call them, are quite similar. So it's focused on listening and reading comprehensions. That's not to say it's boring, like when you're at school taking exams and doing lots of listening and writing answers to things. But it does revolve around listening to realia, so real TV, news, film clips, whatever, anything that you get access to listening. Could be songs as well, with the lyrics and songs is very, very useful, almost like poetry, aren't they? And it's very good for vocabulary building. And reading, so it will be things like newspaper articles, maybe some real brochures or magazine articles in the language, and looking at those in more detail. Underpinning all of this, you'll have grammar and vocabulary. You can't do any of this without the grammar and the vocabulary. The vocabulary grows as you learn more about the language, and certainly it's very good to learn vocabulary within the topic. So vocabulary for food, vocabulary for drink, vocabulary for ordering snacks and drinks and meals, whether it's a cafe or a bit higher level here will be for a restaurant, for example, whether it's a 3-course carte du jour. So that's where the dialogue comes in useful, because you can then practice more and more vocabulary. And then here you might look in more detail at the grammar in these sections. You do need the grammar for this, so we'll be looking at the basic grammar, the phrases you need: je voudrais, où est, où sont, where is, where are, je voudrais, I would like, je suis, I am, je vais, I'm going, all the things that you might have come across a little bit in this section if you've done the 10 lessons. So, if you wanted a little bit more hand-holding, and if you really wanted some one-to-one interaction, you can also have a lesson with me, so you go to the contact and ask me about having a lesson, an online lesson, 45-minute lesson, maybe to practice and reinforce what you've learnt, or maybe just to have a conversation. We can choose a topic and just have a conversation. So I also do online lessons. So merci beaucoup. Don't forget the website, Get By in French. This is all free to use, so please subscribe. Please enjoy the learning from beginners right up to advanced. However long it takes, it doesn't matter. You go at your own pace. And merci beaucoup. Bonne chance. À la prochaine.